Good evening, everyone. Today is September 26th, another episode of Ripster's daily trade recaps and probably a little bit of market review as well. So, guys, another day of bloodbath. VIX really rallied today to a new high, recent new high. 10-year yield that we talked about yesterday as a warning signal was still holding strong. US dollar held up strong. Market really bled all day. The main names were Amazon, Google, Apple, which led the bloodbath. But even in this bloodbath, we were able to find some longs. Tesla, Nvidia longs, which I will show you how we longed those names. Big day for all the bio, small cap, mid cap, bio longs on SLNO, IMVT. So bios went ham today. We will talk about that. Then we will look at our trades on DKNG and few others, and then we will also just have a quick overview of the market and talk about how our system today helped us stay short all day, how nobody was buying dips on any of these plays in my community or my followers who follow my teachings. And I will spend few minutes on the rules that I follow every day. Those of you who are new and do not know about these rules I follow. So let me start show you some things, right? So if you go to my website, you can always go to my website ripstereducation.com, and you can study all about Ripster's cloud explained, the rules I use. So of course there'll be a separate video on the Ripster EMA Clouds, but what I want to talk about is what rules we use every day in our day trading. So as you always know, we have these 4 pillars of success. You can watch those videos for the 4 pillars of success that will help you succeed. Then we grade our trades every day. Each trade is A plus, A minus, B plus, B minus, C grade. Any trade which is with the trend is an A trade. Any trade which is against the trend is a B trade. Now within A and B, there are different things to look for to see if it's an A plus, B minus, B plus. Right. Then we have our risk levels defined. We use support resistance levels, previous day lows, previous day highs, yesterday lows, yesterday highs, pre-market lows, pre-market highs. Those are the levels we use. We just have very fixed concepts that we trade every day. I already talked about the previous day and pre-market. Then we have our 9:45 10 a.m. trend confirmation concept that I teach every time. I've shown in your previous videos as well. Go look at those videos. Then we watch open low candles, my key EMAs, relative volume of the day. We watch option flow on SP, SPY, QQQ, VIX every day. Then our golden rule is anything that's under 3450 EMA cloud at open is bearish. Anything over 3450 EMA cloud is bullish. We do not make any gut feeling trades. We take what our system gives us. We change from bull to bear or bear to bull based upon our system. Then we do some range breakouts, range breakdowns. That is also part of our swing trading, as well as any midday reversals or midday trades. So bunch of other concepts, guys, that we use every day. I just want to talk about it. We have some emotions trackers as well. So we have a fixed routine in the room. What we do when we every day we get up, what we look at: pre-market setup, pre-market preparation, morning strategy, price alert set, and then we have our scanners set, everything set up for the trade. So just wanted to give you a quick overview how I do things every day. I do not change anything. I stick with the same rules. I try to find the market personality. The first thing I get up in the day, I try to find what's the market personality looking like, because market is like it's, again, I'm going back to my 4 pillars. Market always have a same personality that repeats over and over again. There can be 5 or 6 different kind of personalities which repeat again and again. The pattern repeats, and the probabilities of what works is based upon that repeatable pattern. That's why I say you need to have your setups listed. Just like to go to a restaurant, you order what you want to eat today. Every day you wake up, you should have your fixed setups, what you are going to trade. Gap down long, gap down short, gap up long, gap down long, midday reversals, 10 a.m. rejections, 10 a.m. reversals. These are just examples of the few setups we do. So anyways, guys, so that was just the summary for, because I had a request. There were some bunch of new followers following me on my YouTube and as well as on Twitter. So that was a little bit summary of how we do things every day. We swing a lot when environment is for swinging. We do not swing when the environment is like high VIX environment, which we are right now. But we will swing. We do LTs. We will find those setup systems to trade with. All right, guys, quick look at the market. As I said, VIX is going bonkers today. VIX is going bonkers. Only hope for market right now is this gap fill on S&P futures, and then if VIX rejects from 20, if VIX breaks 20, holds 19, more pain coming, right? But we don't care. We trade what market gives us. I will go through each trade. Most of the community was green. How we nailed each trade, I will show you my time-stamped commentary. I do not talk anything after the fact. If I lost in something, I talk about the loss. If I win in something, I talk about the win. So all right, guys, let's get ready for today. Big day for us. I know a lot of people which I tried to help were red today who do not follow me. They're like, we need to fix something, because they are trying to buy the dips because they think everything is low. They don't have a system. But we stick with the system, as you see with few of my trades, how I change with the system. All right, guys, let's go back to the same routine we have every day. So today, pre-market, okay, so we had some lotos overnight which were red, nothing much. I was only using profits because I had shares in Tesla. Rest of them I had options, and I cut in the pre-market some scratch losses, and we were ready for today. So there was not really a lot of news going on, but we did go through a few things. Some biotechs were running, SLNO, and then IMVT. There were a bunch of others, and DKNG was on our watch. We went through the complete news list. Apple and Baba had some kind of news as well, and there were a lot of, so Tesla had some news as well. That's why Tesla was weak. I don't leave any news out there. I want to know what analysts are saying. Every morning, I want to know that. All right, so there was news on Workday and a bunch of other names. We just put them on the watch list and see how that works out. And then our watch list was ready. The news plays, the market plays, which work with the market, as semiconductors. Since I talked about in my yesterday videos, semiconductors were showing some good relative strength. That's why I wanted to make sure I'm on top of semiconductors if they are making the move, and they did make the move today as well. That's how we got some of that Nvidia long. And the low floats were on the watch today, SLNO and FEMI. They definitely gave some good trades as well. I will show you the commentary from our traders in those as well. All right, guys, let's look at the first trade of the day. Here we go. As soon as the market opened, we were ready. Main trade watch was DKNG, watching the pullbacks to 28 right at open. That was the first one we were looking at on DKNG. The pullbacks to 28 area. So why 28 area? Why? Because 28 area was this support from pre-market. You can see here, So that was the reason I had 28 on the market, right? And I will talk about Tesla in a bit. So we were watching this dip. I already started some DKNG when it dipped back to 28. I got some again, but then market was weak, right? I will talk about market. Market was weak, and then it went bounced again. I got out because it's breaking EMA Clouds. It's not a good environment for me to stay long on DKNG. There were much better trades, so we exited DKNG just for a scratch win. Nothing special. Watch pullbacks to 28. That's my commentary. The stops were under 28. It bounced from 28 back to 28.70. I took some off versus the highs, and then we closed the long. Then it was not doing much. I eventually closed the long on that one. All right, so let's look at the market, guys. So as you see, what do you see in the market? It's all day fade on EMA Clouds. Our system says it's a short, right? We were watching if it's B minus setup, right? I always say B minus bounce setup. It tried to bounce, but it never got over the first EMA cloud of 512 EMAs, and it's just went fading right down all day. So I will show you how we were short on that as well. SPY QQ. If you see the comments here, we can check them out. Let's look at that. So if you see, right, so as soon as SPY was breaking down this area, I was on the voice, so I cannot show a lot of things. So let me see. So I announced on the voice that I'm short on SPY QQQ as soon as it started to break under the pre-market lows or the first candle lows. You can always use the first candle lows as well, because that's when it's making a lower high, lower low. So you see my comments, hold your puts. We got some. I was giving live targets of 428. Why? Not because I'm some kind of, a magician. I just follow the trend. I follow my system. You can follow your system as well. So anyways, 428 was my first target. There was a bounce on consumer confidence coming in lower, but look where the bounce rejected. It rejected right at 512 EMAs, right? And then when it rejected, we were going for more lows. My price alerts were hitting. My next target was 427. Then QQQ, my next target was 354. As you see here, my comments. So as you see my comments here, right? And my price alerts were going on, So what we do is, if I have a 20 contracts, or if I have a 500 shares, I take hundreds off here, 100 off there. If I have 20 contracts, I take 5 contracts off here, 5 later, move the stops down, keep a tiny bit. So scaling out and scaling in is how you trade all day. And if you have made profit on your options, or if you have made profit on your shares on the first flush into 10 a.m. or into the first trend down, then you can use that profit to roll into buy the further options, so that you can play the trend all day. So anyways, so that was how we were trading it, and then we were trading it, and it was making lower lows, and then mid of the day it started to make more lows as well. So as you see, and we were trading it based upon the wicks. If you want to see my wicks, and I did not talk about my levels, right? So levels, here's my levels. So here's the levels. You can take the screenshot. I give the levels to everyone, the whole community, in the morning, and levels were worked to perfection today, especially on the Apple short. If you look at the Apple short this morning, and I'll show you my commentary, Apple was heavy right out of the gate. So what was my Apple level? So my Apple level was 174, 173, 70, 174, 174, 173, 70. So these were my levels on Apple. Why were these my levels? Let me show you 1 second here. So these levels came from yesterday. So this level 174 was from yesterday's lows, right? So that was the level from yesterday lows, and then there was also a level 174.80 right here, 174.80. No rocket science. The levels were right from there, and it broke down. EMA Clouds bearish. You take a short, high of the candle as your risk, and then you trade it all day into the first consolidation. And if you want to add again on that bounce to the 3450 EMA cloud, you bounce it again. As long as VIX is strong, you fade it again all day, just following this EMA cloud system, your rules, your concepts that I just talked about, and that's how you make winning trades. You risk 1, you make 3. That's how you make the trade. Okay, so and if you want to see my commentary on Apple was relative weakness. I said right at open, I said relative weakness on Apple, you can see. And then I was also talking about how Amazon and Google were weak, and then Apple 174 was the big support. As soon as 174 goes, that's it, you add more into your shorts. And then Apple was breaking the bear flag, right? It broke this bear flag at 172.92, and then it faded further back, more back, right? So the 172.5 put options that I shared with my community in the morning, they went 100%, if you see my levels. So that was Apple short, guys. Simple trade, following our rules. There's no guesswork. We are in a bearish trend. We are breaking all the supports. So all you have to do was get an entry and fade it all day on 10 minutes. Beautiful trade, right? So let's talk about Tesla. First, at the Tesla, right at morning, I was short, right? I was short, yeah. And I said I was short. So you see here, right? So you will see in my comments where I say that I was short. Okay, yeah, hold on, let me show you guys quickly here. Okay, so you can see there I was short. I was short. I was on the voice. I said I'm on the short because I wanted this breakdown of 243 to fade it to 240. Right, I was short. It dipped down to 241.80. It dipped down $1, and I was only scalping, and I was not able to cover at that time because it, I was giving it a time. But I noticed that the swipe is coming. The whole market is weak, but the swipe is coming, and that swipe, as soon as I saw that, I said I'm out of the short. I also said 243 is a key level. If I move a little bit here, I said 243 is the key level. Win was already long. Win was long biased. I was a short biased, but I turned into long biased. We both turned into the long bias. I was scalping long on Tesla, and I said, now this, that is your risk. We wanted to break 246.22 for a push to 247 with our targets, and that was the level. Even though it was pulling back, you can see, but risk was still here. If you stop out here, that's your problem. That's not stock's problem, because you are not respecting the risk, right? So I said the stops 243 area. I clearly said the stops 243 area, and guess what? Tesla hit almost 250, close to my target. 247, if we break over HOD, 246 was not breaking, but we were still holding with our stops. Even if you added here with one, if you added 246, let's say, although, I would rather have an entry in somewhere here, so you can risk here. So let's say you entered here, right, 246, and you risk $3, which is kind of a big risk, I would say. So you have to have half size. But even then, if it pushed to 249, you made one-on-one trade on the shares. On the options, it was kind of more loss, because if it dipped lower, your options would have lost a lot of money, right? But anyways, ideal entry was in the middle of the range, so that you can risk this. And if you're adding in middle of the range, you have a $1.50 risk, and you are making like $4. That is one risk too many reward, guys. That's the key pillar concept, risk reward, you need to remember, right? So anyways, Tesla was going higher. Tesla, boom, target here, log sum 248, 32, 250 was my ideal target, but it did not hit, so we logged our profit and we were done with it. So guys, simple trade right in front of you. Write commentary on Tesla trade, what I was saying, what I was talking. I was also on voice, but I try to put as much as I can in the chat as well, so that I can journal these trades, and when I'm making my videos, I can show you guys what I was looking at. All right, guys, so that was Tesla. So let's look at Nvidia, guys. So Nvidia, here you see, I saw the relative strength in Nvidia, right? The market was puking, but Nvidia was holding, and that's why I said I found the risk level. I said 41760 is long idea versus 41760, showing relative strength and going. 430 was my target. It hit 428. It hit 428, and we took the profits, and I was out of the Nvidia, right? So yeah, so that was an Nvidia trade, guys, right in front of you. And let's look at so remember, I already told you Tesla, we were short. I was lost on the short, but I went long, as you see on my comments, and I recovered my short and much more. Okay, IMVT. Let me show you IMVT. So let's see. Okay. So IMVT, guys, you can clearly see here, right? Um, so highlight play of the day, 7 points. I was long. You can read here if you can. Watch PM breakout for long scalps. Hold your longs. PM breakout, risking here with the news. We were ready in the pre-market. It went from our entry from $34 to $41 all the way, and I was out at that time. Right? What was the setup? News gap up long. EMA Clouds held PM levels for your breakout, took the starter, added into the breakout, rode as long as 512 EMA held. So guys, IMVT, beautiful trade of the day. I can, let's see, okay, right, holding scalps for more. I was in shares, there was no options, and I do talk about things like these things are volatile. You need to size smaller in plays like IMVT. Really need to size smaller. So let's see what else. Yeah, so we were short on Google and Amazon. I was talking, you already saw what I was talking about Google. Let's talk about Google first. So Google, you can see my commentary here, right? Google very heavy. Google started to break our levels. What level was Google breaking? I gave the level on Google at 130 support. 130 support, guys. If you saw, go back on the screen, you can see my level on Google 130. 130 gave up, risking the high candle, all day fade. Google very heavy, still heavy, both coming lower there from 130s. You know, Google is weak, it will give some more. That's what I said at 10 a.m. And even at 10 after 10 a.m. said Google and Amazon can fade more, covering some here. But at 11 a.m. I still saw more heaviness, and Google faded a little bit more after that well, and then after that it started to go. So let's look at Amazon, guys. Amazon was the best short. So we did the short. We did have some reversal scalp and short again, especially because option flow coming in. So in my community, we focus on option flow. I will show you how one of our, our flow expert, Jay, talked about option flow, and we shorted the market into the close. So guys, so Amazon, what I want to show you, I'll just show you here one second. You can see all the shorts here. So guys, look here. So Amazon was weak under 130, some more room, and I was on the voice talking about the targets. You can see this, all the commentary, right? So just one reason I want to show that is this is what I see, this is what I share, and I just stick with the system. You have seen all my previous recaps. There you can be consistent, guys. You just have to follow the system. And I show you every day, right? Yeah, we have losses, right? But one loss and few more wins, right? And the point is, some people say, oh, we got chopped out, we could not ride, because you're sizing too big. Size small, figure out if system works or not. Size small. Your first focus should be making sure you can execute. And your focus is always money, but when your focus is money, you will not execute. Google faded all day, Amazon faded all day, but still you can't make money, even though you knew it's a short, because you couldn't enter, or you entered big and it popped up and you exited. So that's the problem that you need to fix. But that problem you cannot fix while trying to make money at same time. So must change that. Focus on execution, right? So there was Apple, guys. There was Apple. Okay, so this was IMVT recap. So Amazon, I want to talk about in middle of the day. So Amazon showed us this curl, right? Basing B minus setup. Why? Against the trend, right? Against the trend. It's against the trend. It's a B minus C setup. We can still scalp, risk 40 cents, 50 cents, and, make some. And it did push. It did push middle of the day into 128 from 127. 40s, 50 cent risk, 50 cent scalp, not bad, right? And right then a big put flow hit, guys. Big put flow hit, and we were short Amazon again. And look at that, how Amazon faded. There was a big sweep of Amazon after that. right? So big winner on Amazon, all day short, guys, all day short. That's how you do it. We were talking about this consolidation yesterday. Rather than breaking to the upside, it broke to the downside, but it does the same thing, right? It does the same thing. You see this consolidation range, break down 130, take short, ride it all day. VIX is high, 10-year yield is high, market is puking. You see the levels, bigger picture, you stay with the trend. You don't need alerts. You don't need somebody to tell you to buy or short here. You need to see how the market moves, and you clearly see. I show you every day. So that's about it, guys, for today. There were a bunch of other plays moving. SLNO, SLNO was great trade in the community. If you go, I show you the comments on SLNO. William was on top of it. Even I scalped some SLNO. Let's look at it. Yeah, so 2 high shorts, right? I had set some price alerts on SLNO to go. So there was SLNO price alert hitting at 26. So this was the breakout, this 26 breakout. I scalped some into the 30 area. You can see all the discussions. So yes, we do play small cap, low float, everything. We just want to be on top of it, whatever isn't moving in the market. So beautifully done. Well done by the people. Really proud of my community doing there. Okay. So let's see what Jay was saying today. How did we fade this market more in the middle of the day? If you're trading SPX or SPY, whatever you're trading, this fade, guys, Jay posted. He posted, let's see, where did he post about that? Okay, yeah. So you see this guy was trading SPX puts. They went 100%, right? Entered 2.3, went to 5. Okay, yeah, so this one 500k put side hit right away, bearish 133, and that's when this broke. You can see the time 133, and this faded, rejected, retest, reject, fade all day, right? 512 EMA Clouds. So that's how you nail the down day, guys. That's how you nail the down day. And even in the down day, we had longs on Nvidia and Tesla. I showed you that, all timestamps, all there. So all right, guys, that's enough for today. Probably we'll do a midweek market analysis. We'll revisit where we are, but we're still not ready. We'll probably have some bounce tomorrow. Watch the VIX 20. That is key to watch. If 20 rejects or 19 breaks, maybe we get some small relief bounce and we can trade, but market is not ready yet for swing. There will be some big bounces on the way, but doesn't mean that we are ready for the move back up. A lot of things going on, yields, bonds, macro, crazy stuff. So anyways, we can just manage the risk, preserve, don't be greedy, follow your system setup, watch my 4 pillars video, come trade with me in the community, email me or email the community admins if you need any discount to be part of the room. Don't come for the alerts, come for a growing community to trade, learn, and prosper together. All right, guys, see you tomorrow. Bye.